Hello, Eric and Melissa McGall here.
Hey everyone.
We are wanting to do a follow-up on the last video that we shared with you all, and we want to talk about closing. This is the next part of your presentation, and sometimes it could be the most kind of stressful part of your presentation. Okay, you've gone through your overview, your whole speech, pitch, and then what do you do next? So that's what we're going to be talking to you here today. And we've got 5 really good closings, if you will.
Yeah. And remember, in the sales process, in order to be successful, you always have to be closing. So remember ABC, always be closing. And with that, we'll go through the top 5 that we think could be helpful.
All right. So the first one is we call it the what do you find most valuable, or what did you like most about the presentation or the pitch. And the psychology behind that is you're getting the person to just think on a positive level. You know, you don't want to ask them, can I get your feedback on that? Or what was your opinion on the pitch? What did you think? You know, because then they're just gonna be rambling their thoughts and just giving you opinions, thoughts, and not really saying what they really liked or found value in your presentation.
And this also incorporates the 2 golden rules of sales, I think. One is the 70-30 rule is you should be 70% listening and then 30% talking. So I think I got that right. And then the second one is always ask open-ended questions. So you never want to ask, is that something that you liked, and then they can answer yes or no. This is something that really elicits their feedback, and that way it's something that's genuine and engaging.
The other great part of this closing is it kind of gives you really great feedback on where your customer is thinking. What is going on in their head? You know, are they really interested in the products, or maybe the service you're offering, or maybe they're kind of leaning toward the business side. Once they give you their real thoughts, positive thoughts, then you can get an idea and gauge where they're at after you've done your presentation.
And you can be sincere about your feedback and how to proceed.
Right. Okay, so the second close that we love is the what we like to call the temperature check.
Yeah. This really gauges where your potential client or potential partner's at in their decision-making process. And based on what their answer is, it'll help you determine how to best move forward with them.
Right. So how it works is you ask your customer after your presentation, so on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you see yourself as a customer or as a business partner? Right?
Yeah. So if they answer, 8, 9, or 10, that's really just a signal just to move forward and process the sale.
Right. Stop talking.
Yeah.
You've made that sale.
Right.
Congrats.
You've earned it.
You've earned it. Congrats. Good job. Don't say anything else. Get the papers out. Let them sign on the dotted line.
Right. Anything below that, obviously, if it's
like a 6 or a 7.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Let's go down that route. But if it's a 6 or a 7, it's a chance to re-engage, maybe clarify any questions or maybe concerns that might be causing that, and then once you get over that issue or concern, verify that you were able to help them through it, and then reclose. You always want to make sure you test for acceptance, and then reclose. Again, always be closing. So that's very important.
Right. One of the questions you can ask them, if they say, oh, I'm at a level 6, you can ask, what part of the overview or what part of the presentation can I review with you? Or what did you have specific questions about? So it's just a way to just make sure they're 100% comfortable and clear on what it is you're presenting or offering. You don't want anyone that's going to sign on the dotted line and then have buyer's remorse the next day. So this type of closing prevents that. If your customer says, I'm a level 1 or 2. Okay. You can then ask, what can I clarify for you? What were you lost on or confused on? What questions did you have? And if they're like, you know what, I just really am not interested, then that's okay.
Yeah, because it's not going to be what you have, opportunities that you have, or products that you sell are not always going to be a fit for everybody. So
Right.
one important thing is to choose to work with people that want to work with you,
Yes.
and there's a lot of people out there.
Right, there are. But it's great because at that point you know that this person is not your customer. You don't have to keep keep hassling them or calling them to come to another overview or presentation or pitch. Okay, so you know right there that that customer is or is not a potential for you. All right, so the next closing is the either or close.
Yeah, so either you're interested in the product or you're interested in building a business.
Right. So you'll ask them, so and so, I'm glad you watched this presentation. Where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as a customer, or do you see yourself building a business? So you're really just giving them those two options.
I think one of the key things here is that nobody likes to be sold. A lot of times, really with anything that I've dealt with or any sales process I've dealt with in my career, anytime I've tried to close somebody with just one option, a lot of times I would get pushback or they
Rejection.
would stall. And it's really been, I've found most success when I offer the choice of two options.
So the fourth close that we wanted to share is specifically for builders, for people that you want to join your business, and it's called the time and money close.
So basically, the premise of this starts off by confirming, or after you're done with the presentation, you ask them how much, based on what we've looked at, how much would you need to earn, or how much would you like to earn? And then the follow-up to that is how much time are you willing to put into accomplishing this? This does one of two things. It tests for commitment on the front end, and then on the second piece, it also gives you a level of accountability, because anytime you're building a business, you're looking for business partners.
And I also want to add to this close is when you're presenting to a potential business partner, it lets them see the reality of building a business and the time it takes. So if you ask your potential business partner, if you could make this amount of money, and if I could help you with that, how much time are you willing to commit to it? So if they're saying they want to make, $2,000 a month, and they have, 30 minutes a week to work on their business, it might be possible. I don't know anyone who does that, but you just have to explain the reality of it. And so that part will give you that area to do so. You could also maybe have them connect with somebody that has built their business in a fast-paced way. Or if they're saying, I would just want to make $500 a month, I have 3 hours to commit, then that does show their absolute commitment level, which is great because that gives you something to work with.
Yeah, and it's especially if it's realistic. That's something that they'll see the results, and it'll be a long and sustainable relationship. All right. So the last closing technique that we wanted to share with you this evening is the goal-oriented close.
Yes. So, in a nutshell, this is basically where you just match your customers' goals, what you knew they might benefit from your product, service, or opportunity, matching those to what you presented to them. So for example, if it's somebody who is struggling with weight gain, hair loss, just maybe wanting clearer skin, whatever your business offers, and then you presented that in your presentation, then say, it looks as if these products are going to resolve your solution. So with that, Are you ready to get started on this? Are you ready to get started and make that change? So that would be great for your potential customer. And on the business side, if you were able to show your customer, how you've made this certain income, or maybe another business partner has reached an income level, and your customer is wanting to reach that same amount of income, then you could say, look, I can help you reach this goal, or I can connect you with someone who looks like we're able to fit your financial goals. Are you ready to get started? Those are the 5 closing techniques we wanted to share here with you. The first one was the what did you find most valuable or beneficial close. I love that one. Kind of gets to the psychology of it all. The second one was the temperature close, on a scale of 1 to 10. How likely are you to become a customer or join us as a business partner? The third close was the either or close. The fourth one for potential business partners, the time and money close. And finally, we have the goal-oriented close.
So we hope that this provided a lot of value. Hope that it helps you structure your sales process in a more effective way, and gives you some options to be able to drive that conversation home.
Yeah.
So we hope this helps out, and looking forward to delivering more value next time around.
All right.
Have a good night.